Just listening to this story will shift something deep inside you. This is a Jungian archetype. This story speaks directly to your shadow self. Your mind might resist it, but it will leave a mark. Just relax and listen. There was a warrior, strong, fearless, relentless, but they were cast out, not because they were weak, but because their power frightened others. Exiled into the wilderness, alone with their thoughts, the fire they carried began to dim. Questions consumed them. Was it all for nothing? Was I ever enough? The wilderness didn't answer. It just watched. The warrior's armor began to rust, but the wilderness didn't care. It wasn't a punishment, it was a test. What do you become when no one is watching? The warrior's fire flickered, but it didn't die. They stood again, not to prove anything, but because they couldn't ignore the pull. There was a mountain ahead. It called to them. They climbed it alone, every step heavier than the last. The summit wasn't promised, but they kept going. Their hands bled, their legs buckled, but they kept climbing. When they reached the top, something shifted. It wasn't victory they felt. It was clarity. The warrior wasn't broken by exile. They were reforged, stronger, quieter, unshakable. They descended the mountain, not as the person they were, but as something more. They returned to the world. It was smaller now. The things that used to matter didn't. But they didn't seek revenge. They didn't seek validation. The world could keep its noise. The warrior carried the mountain within. It was enough, and they knew, deep down, it always had been. The exile wasn't the end. It was the beginning of a life they could finally call their own. This story isn't just theirs. It's yours too. The wilderness is waiting. Will you listen to its call? Subscribe for more powerful stories like this one.